Devotion is not built in grand moments. It is built in rituals. The women men worship are not the ones who demand constant attention, but the ones who weave subtle daily behaviors that condition loyalty like a spell. And here is the paradox. Devotion is not earned by giving more, but by giving less, selectively, and with precision. Think about it. Human beings are trained by ritual. Soldiers march to commands, monks repeat prayers, athletes perform drills. Ritual creates meaning. It burns impressions into the mind. Men are no different. If you want devotion, you must design rituals that keep him hooked, that make him crave your approval, that make your presence feel sacred. Let's begin with psychology. The human brain is addicted to reward cycles. When approval is constant, it loses power. But when approval is rare, unpredictable, and tied to behavior, it becomes addictive. This is the basis of devotion. A high-value woman never floods a man with validation. She chooses her moments carefully, creating contrast. Warmth, then distance. Sweetness, then silence. Each time he earns it, he feels as though he has won a prize. And what we fight to win, we fear to lose. Step 1. Rituals of response. Imagine he does something for you, opens a door, solves a problem, takes you out. Instead of exaggerated thanks, you create a small ritual, a slow smile, a soft touch on his arm, a brief but meaningful look. Over time, he associates that gesture with success. He will seek it again and again. Your approval becomes his currency. He will work for it like a knight seeking his queen's favor. Step 2. Rituals of distance. Every so often you vanish, not in anger, not in drama, but in elegance. You retreat into your world, your books, your friends, your pursuits. He feels the gap. He wonders. He remembers what your absence tastes like. When you return, it feels like sunlight breaking through clouds. The ritual of absence makes your presence shine brighter. Step 3. Rituals of exclusivity. A high-value woman does not allow everyone to experience her softness. She reserves certain gestures, certain smiles, certain words for the man she chooses. This scarcity makes him feel chosen, elevated. Men crave what is rare, and when you tie rituals only to him, he guards them fiercely. History provides examples. Geishas in Japan created rituals so refined that men became addicted. A certain way of pouring tea, a laugh released only at the right moment, a gesture of approval so subtle it was almost invisible. These rituals transformed ordinary interactions into art. Men returned not for the tea, but for the ritual of attention. They were hooked. But here's the cliffhanger. Devotion is not about the man at all. It is about how you conduct yourself. Rituals create power because they train you to stay in control. They prevent you from overgiving, oversharing, and lowering your value. Instead of reacting emotionally, you respond strategically, with rituals that elevate, condition, and maintain authority. So let's go deeper. Another ritual is rituals of listening. Most women flood men with words. Expensive women listen more than they speak. They allow pauses. They make him work to fill silence. They tilt their head. They nod slowly. They give him the stage. And because men reveal themselves more in silence than in speech, he feels seen, understood, and strangely loyal. Not because you gave everything, but because you withheld and allowed him to pour himself into you. Rituals also extend to environment. A woman of devotion curates her spaces, her perfume, her home, her music, small consistent touches that brand her into his senses. He smells your fragrance, and instantly he remembers you. He hears a certain tone of music, and you haunt him. These are not accidents, they are rituals that turn presence into permanence. Now let's step into strategy. Rituals must escalate. Begin subtle, a rare smile. Then a specific touch only when he pleases you. Then absence when he fails. Each step teaches him. Her warmth is valuable, her coldness unbearable. Over time, devotion hardens into dependence. Let's compare two women. The first showers him with compliments daily. She's always there, always giving, always validating. The second gives little, but each gesture is deliberate, rare, almost ceremonial. Which one creates devotion? The first makes him comfortable. The second makes him addicted. Because scarcity multiplies desire. Now, let's talk about rituals of mystery. Once in a while, break pattern. Don't be predictable. If you usually text at night, disappear one evening. If you always greet him warmly, greet him coolly once. This subtle disruption keeps him on edge, searching for ways to win you back. Men are hunters. They crave challenge. Rituals must never feel like routines. They must feel like privileges that can vanish at any time. Another layer. Rituals of elevation. Speak of yourself with dignity, act with elegance, and train him to see you as above the ordinary. You never gossip, you never scramble, you never beg. Even in conflict, your rituals remain. Calm voice, slow movements, sharp boundaries. Men worship what feels untouchable. Your rituals must reinforce the sense that you are not like other women. You are the crown. History again offers proof. In Versailles, courtiers obsessed over queens and mistresses, not because they were the most beautiful, but because every interaction was ritualized. You never simply spoke to the queen. You bowed, you waited, you observed etiquette. The ritual itself created awe. Do the same. Make access to you feel like ceremony, not convenience. Practical tips. Choose one small ritual that becomes your signature. Perhaps you always leave a lingering pause before saying goodbye. Perhaps you always wear the same fragrance. Perhaps you always mark approval with a particular phrase. These anchors etch you into his memory. Long after you are gone, the ritual remains, haunting him, binding him. But let's escalate further. Rituals are not just about him. They are about you. Rituals of self-care, refinement, and silence train your own mind to stay composed. When you sip tea slowly, when you walk deliberately, when you pause before speaking, you remind yourself of your own power. The rituals of devotion begin with the devotion you show yourself. And here lies the final paradox. The women men are most devoted to are not the ones who chase it. They are the ones who ritualize their own value so deeply that men simply adjust. Men cannot help but fall in line with the rhythm you set. Ritual becomes gravity. It pulls devotion without effort. So the punchline is this: devotion is not demanded. It is designed. It is built in rituals, small, deliberate, repeated, until they carve themselves into memory. The ordinary woman gives endlessly and loses value. The dangerous woman gives selectively, ritualizes her presence, and becomes unforgettable. And that is how you turn affection into loyalty, and loyalty into devotion.